Barbara Kingsolver's debut novel, The Bean Trees, published in 1988, catapulted her into literary success with its masterful blend of lyricism and realism. The story unfolds through the perspective of Taylor Greer, who shares her aversion to filling tires with air due to a childhood accident she witnessed back in her hometown of Kentucky when she was still known as Marietta. Taylor reflects on her past, recounting how she managed to escape the limitations of her small town by avoiding teenage pregnancy and saving money to purchase a worn-out Volkswagen Beetle. 5 years after graduating from high school, she bids farewell to her mother and embarks on a journey, deciding to change her name to match wherever she ends up after running out of gas. When Taylor arrives in Taylorville, she adopts her new name and stops at a local diner to grab a meal. As she sits in her car, an elderly Cherokee woman approaches, carrying a baby. The woman places the baby in Taylor's car and urges her to take the child. Moved by the woman's plea, Taylor accepts the responsibility and brings the baby, whom she names Turtle due to her tenacious grip, to a nearby hotel. Disturbingly, Taylor discovers signs of past sexual and physical abuse inflicted on the girl. Determined to protect Turtle, Taylor drives on until her car's tires blow out in Tucson, Arizona. In Tucson, Taylor seeks help at Jesus is Lord Used Tires, where she encounters Maddie, the compassionate owner who is instantly drawn to Turtle. Taylor secures a hotel room and quickly finds employment at a local restaurant called the Burger Derby. Meanwhile, Lou and Ruiz, another Kentucky transplant residing in Tucson, gives birth to a baby boy after being abandoned by the child's father, Angel. Lou Ann's mother and grandmother visit, bringing water from Kentucky for the baby's baptism. However, when Angel returns to collect his belongings, he callously pours the sacred water down the drain. As Taylor contemplates a change in her living situation, she resigns from her job and starts searching for a room to rent, seeking stability and a nurturing environment for herself and Turtle. In response to Lou Ann's advertisement, Taylor decides to rent a room from her, and the two women form an instant bond. With limited options available, Taylor accepts a job offer from Maddie at Jesus is Lord Used Tires. It is there that she meets Esteban and Esperanza, close friends of Maddie's who are part of a group of undocumented immigrants living above the business. As Taylor takes Turtle to a doctor, she receives a shocking revelation. The child is not a baby, but rather a 3-year-old whose growth has been stunted due to the abuse she endured. Meanwhile, Angel reaches out to Lou and, informing her that he will never return. The news devastates her. In another turn of events, Esperanza attempts suicide, prompting Esteban to confide in Taylor and share their story. In Guatemala, the government targeted them for information about union organizers and kidnapped their baby, Ismini, as leverage. Faced with an impossible choice, they sacrificed Ismini's life to save 17 others and fled their country. Esteban finds solace on Taylor's couch. Lou Ann secures a job but receives a package from Angel, expressing a change of heart and suggesting that she and their son join him or allow him to return to Tucson. Lou Ann decides not to take Angel back. Concerned about Esteban and Esperanza amidst a crackdown on undocumented immigrants, Maddie suggests they all travel to Oklahoma, where the laws are more favorable. Taylor proposes the idea to Esteban and Esperanza, and they agree to accompany her on the journey. During a field trip organized by Maddie into the desert, Turtle is left under the care of a blind woman named Edna for the day. However, a troubling incident occurs when Edna has to fend off an unknown man at the park. When Taylor returns, she finds Turtle reverting to her frightened state after months of progress. To make matters worse, the police become aware of Taylor's lack of legal guardianship over Turtle, putting the child at risk of being taken away. Advised to relocate to Oklahoma, Taylor faces the difficult decision of leaving behind everything she has known. Worried about Esteban and Esperanza's safety, Maddie agrees to join them on this journey of uncertainty. In Oklahoma, Taylor revisits the bar where she received Turtle but discovers no leads about the individuals who left the child. Determined to secure Turtle's future, Taylor devises a plan to present Esperanza and Esteban as Turtle's parents. They accompany Taylor to the office of Mr. Armistead, where Esperanza's genuine anguish over losing Turtle reflects her own thoughts about her missing daughter. Surprisingly, the deception proves successful, and Taylor is granted legal guardianship of Turtle. With the legal matters settled, Esperanza and Esteban embark on a new life in Oklahoma, filled with hope and possibilities. Meanwhile, Taylor and Turtle make their way back to Tucson, reaching out to Taylor's mother for support and solace during their journey. Reunited with her mother's comforting presence, Taylor embraces the future and looks forward to building a new life for herself and Turtle in their familiar surroundings. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.